What's up YouTube, Brownie here, coming to you with another video, and today we're going to do some of the mid stages of the new Void boss, and that's because right around now is when he's going to start to kind of show his abilities and how strong they're going to be in the later rounds, and that we can really get some decent info on him. Not like info, but just get a sense for what kind of power he actually has. So we're gonna hop in here. I have Mockman is set up with Unbending Will and Melodic Strings. I'm also doing something different, and I put Yormtom on the team because he's my new hero. I wanted to see what he could do, if he could help out, and it, I wasn't expecting it to be awesome because he's not set up even closely to be enough power to make a difference. But he did actually do a little bit. I wasn't unhappy, but you're gonna want to have. You're not gonna want to use him if you're running like Mockman or you have another major damage dealer. You don't really need a follow up damage dealer against this boss, at least as of now. Maybe later on in the higher difficulties, that damage could come in handy, but my Yormtum's not even Destiny upgraded or anything yet, so he's gonna be sitting out for the rest of these. After well, you'll see what happens here. But as you can see, we started out this fight pretty solid. We got the boss Omen Rifted right away, which is like a huge key factor in winning these fights. If you are very late to Omen Rifting that boss, it's gonna be tough for you because it's gonna take later in the rounds, and that dot damage that the boss puts out, it starts to add up pretty quick in those later rounds, and yeah, it's not fun to deal with. so for that reason, I would suggest just sticking with Balance, Strike, and Crown, because even though you see that I did a ton of damage there, this is a still relatively low difficulty boss, and that wasn't really representative of what's going to be going on later on. So I think this next attempt might be a little bit better for you guys to watch and see just how much power the boss has. So we kept everything the same. I still have Yormtum in, and we're using Unbending Will and Melodic Strings still. The Natalia core, of course, and everyone else has crowns on. So, I think I have. I think I used for this attempt. I have CC removal on my support heroes because I don't know. I was just a little worried that they might start getting CC'd, and I don't know. I was kind of rushing this because I did do this on my lunch break, and I was just excited. So I had left CC removal on a few of them, which hurt me in the long run. You should be running dot removal on all of your supports because that dot just adds up way too much. In an optimal attempt, I would also run Mockman with attribute reduction. I think at the moment I am, at least, because he doesn't need the protection from dot yet. Now in stages 8, 9, and 10, maybe he will, and I'll have to rely on DGN to help him remove dot, or help him remove attribute reductions. And then PDE can remove CC if it happens, and the enables can remove the dots. So that's how I'm going to be running it the rest of this time. And yeah, as you can see, we didn't get a Omen Rift on the boss at all in the first two actives, and that's a huge detriment to winning this fight because it's just going to extend the fight so long that the boss will hit that time where he becomes a monster and can one-shot everything, like around round 7 or whatever. So yeah, it's going to be very advantageous to have way more burst and get that Omen Rift on the boss right away. And you don't have any control over that. It's just a RNG based thing. So, you know, it is what it is. And some attempts might not work out because you just don't get the right Omen Rifts out. And that kind of sucks, but it's all right. As you can see, we're losing heroes. We lost half our support, and DGN and PDE are hanging in there, but you saw DGN just got a full shield and it went away right away. That's from the dot, the end around damage that the dot's providing them. So it's very strong. Mockman also had a full shield and it went away completely. So so they're doing some pretty big damage with those dots. Now we're gonna switch to what's it called? Yeah, we're going to switch now to Balanced Strike and Crown, which is the real way you should run this, and you're going to see the difference. It's like night and day. But yeah, we're going to switch to that. We're going to take Yormtum out, and we are going to put Freya back in, just because she gives some all damage reduction and, you know, other stuff that's very useful for our team in this fight. And I mean, I really shouldn't have ever taken her out to begin with, but I just had to use my Yormtum and see what he could do. But you know, it's whatever. It's new information, and I found something out. Well, I guess I didn't find anything else out really, because he wasn't gonna do much to begin with since he doesn't have Destiny upgrades. But yeah, let's get the rest of these guys switched to dot removal. And yeah, so one thing I noticed, there's kind of like a key hero for every boss that we've had so far that like sort of helps you get through the fight. If you don't have them, your main damage dealer isn't gonna win, or like not necessarily that, but like the first boss, you kind of really needed to have a Holmes Young because, or not a Holmes Young, an HHA, because you needed the shields. And yeah, I did put dot removal in Mockman just for that extra protection. I forgot about that. But anyway, you needed a HHA on the first boss for the shields, so you could, you know, survive the counterattacks and all that stuff. The second boss, you needed to have PDE because she's going to free you from all of the CC that they're throwing out there. And now this last boss, you're kind of going to need a mixture of all of them. Like, it's kind of funny. It's just a little pattern. I don't know if I want to even call it a pattern. It's just like a thing I noticed. But now on this third boss, you want HHA, PDE, and DGN to, you know, build the shields, remove attribute debuffs, and free you from CC so that you can free yourself from dot damage and other stuff like that. So I don't know, pretty interesting if that's something DH was actually trying to do, like design these bosses against the, like, so that specific heroes really help against them. But here we got our first active, and as you can see, we did a ton of damage. We didn't Omen Rift the boss, which is bad, again. But we got a kill on the one minion, so he's gone. Don't have to worry about him. As you can see, the team's doing good. They're healthy. It's round 3, and we should get an active here soon. Hopefully we get the boss Omen Rifted, but that's because, yeah, it's gonna be a tough one if we don't, and we didn't. We did kill the frontline minions though, so that's good. And Mockman will be able to attack both of these guys with his basic because they're in the back row, and the damage won't be separated. Because if there was like a front row one and a back row one, he would only attack the front row one, then only the back row, and it keeps switching back and forth, and it's not optimal. So let's see this last active here from him. Hopefully it's the last one. And oh, so close. So close. Okay, well, yeah, and there you go. That was, I think, round 7, and my supports just all melted. Mockman survived, but, yeah. Anyway, so there's the damage. Got to do some pretty decent damage to kill the boss, and yeah, that's about it for now. Tonight when we get reset, I'm gonna go through and we'll set up my whole team the way it should be, and yeah, we'll do optimal attempts tonight. So stay tuned for that. Hopefully I'll have that video tomorrow. Please like and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one.